Good evening. Welcome to Down the Rabbit Hole. I think this is part 3. So, first I want to give a special happy birthday shout out to you, Beth. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great day. And I think this is going to be a long video because you're always asking for longer videos. Probably because you like torture. I can only guess. So, I know you asked about Uranium 1, and I do have some links, PDF files that I'm going to post in the description box for Uranium 1. You'll see that there was a lot of activity that started to go down with that, probably around 2000, I think, and 11. Interesting. And activity that transpired up to and through, including the final dividing up of shares and how names were going to be like spliced apart as of, I think it was December of last year. So, yeah. I like the WikiLeaks, and I use WikiLeaks for a lot of my just kind of like when stuff's going on, I just like to come up here and I like to put a name in. So the recent thing has been Jeff Flake, and this is going to illustrate how the WikiLeaks has been compromised. And I said this before, and I'm not really sure how it works out to being this way, but okay, so let's take a look. I'm going to put Jeff Flake, and for those who aren't aware who Jeff Flake is, he's the guy battling with Trump right now on Twitter, better known as a, congressman who would probably not have won if he ran anyway, out of Arizona, a rhino that is Republican in name only person who has just pretty much badmouthed Trump, and Trump, being the counter puncher that he is, has went back round and round with him. So when all this is coming up, I really kind of want to see like what's going on, because you know that there's more to this story than just what they're saying. Like there's history, obviously. So I put Jeff Flake's name in the WikiLeaks to see, where he comes up. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of correlation between the Clinton dynasty and him. And what I found was very interesting. I found 312 results, right? So, and this is where it's unusual to me that these searches pan out this way. I didn't want to go through all 312. So what I did was, oh my goodness, it's already changed from yesterday. Okay. You know what? I actually screen captured on my phone yesterday. Where's my phone? Oh my goodness, this is insane. Okay, so I'm going to have to do this video in a way where I'm going to insert pictures after this, okay, in a screen cap, because when I purposefully did this and I saved them, because when I went over here and I just wanted to check the Podesta emails, and the Clinton emails had one. The Clinton emails did have one listed yesterday when I looked up Jeff Flake. And now that's gone. And the Podesta emails had, I think it was 60 listed, 60. And now today there's 17, and I don't even see any Clinton email ones. It's amazing. And when it came all down to it, there was only 9 that popped up. 9. See, the WikiLeaks has been compromised. It has been. I learned this last year because I read through almost every Anna James, if not every Anna James email that was listed in here, when it was just kind of fresh and there were dumps coming left and right. This was before, it was almost exactly a year ago, that weird code kind of came out, and everybody thought, oh, Julian Assange must be dead. You know, this thing tripped out. And then everything kind of weird start going on, and people start being like, oh, is he dead? Are we looking at some sort of CGI image of him? That's a whole nother topic. Obviously, this is just an impromptu rant. But I'm so, okay. So I'm going to go through and see what this is going to do. So I'm going to apply the filter. Oh, well, that's interesting, because now it does show you 60. Huh. Which is, and here's my 1 for Clinton emails. Okay, so maybe I just flipped. This is what fucking happens. You get a little paranoid once in a while because it's here now and it's gone then. Here today, gone tomorrow. But here it is right here. All right. So here's 60 and 1. That was weird because it didn't just have that. Okay, so I'm going to apply this filter, which would show me 61, right? I should have 61. See, there's something odd in this. And I hate to almost even put this video out there because someone's going to come across it and I guarantee you they're going to fix it. And this is what I love about humans. And this is why I know humans are still fucking around with all this, because humans fuck up. Humans make mistakes, right? And you just seen where I was. I'm going to go back just. Okay, so this is how it works. Jeff Flake. And it tells me 312 results. Filter results by leak. Because it says there's 17 in the Podesta emails. And we don't see any Clinton emails. But just like I said yesterday when I did this, I didn't get the 17, which is why I just wigged out before. When I hit apply filter, now it's telling me that there's 60. And here's my 1 Clinton email, okay? No, there's something off with that. I'm going to apply this filter again, and if it's going to be the same thing, it's going to show me 9. There's my 9 results, even though it's saying 17. And that's all that there is, guys. That's it. You see, there's these 9. And I read through them. I perused through them yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And it was nothing, nothing from him directly. A lot of these emails that go on between all these people, are from publications, major news media outlets. And just like this one, it goes back and forth. So my point in showing you that is to say that it's good to cross-reference, and you still can find things in here. Because humans make mistakes. I think I was making that comment, and then I kind of aborted my thought. Humans make mistakes, so as long as humans are still fucking around with all of this, you can guarantee it. You're going to find things that they're going to overlook because there's so much. Part of what they're doing right now with everything that's going on, okay? I guess I'm more open here to rattle all these things off because it's 2:45. Perfect timing, right? We have Paddock's laptop that's missing. We have Paddock's younger brother that is now in part of this child sex trafficking, child pornography on his computer, which I find interesting. Now, I don't know if you watched it, or there was a video that I put out the time before the last, maybe a couple weeks ago, regarding the Bilderberg group and some of the names that were on there. There was a person's name who was tied in to Paddock that has to do with this Alacron was an ex-senator for California who had ties in with Comey, and how Paddock had ties in with Lockheed Martin, which also ties back to Comey, which also ties back to the FBI, which also ties back to major corruption right now even going on. Isn't it funny? Right now, as we see. And I'll post links in the description box because there's so much. It's so much more. It's not just the emails. It's not just the Russians. It's not just the uranium one. It's not just arms deals. It's everything. It's everything. There's just so much. And part of the way that I believe they feel they're going to get one over on us is simply to oversaturate us with so much information. And it does become very overwhelming. It does. And that's what they're trying to do. I look at these things when I go through here and I just pick apart. I just pick things that stand out because, I can see patterns sometimes. So, yeah, it's easy for me to find where they fuck up because I see the patterns. So I just put in, like I said, Jeff Flake. Boy, that was a big thing. Where are the other emails? Where are the other ones? They're gone. They're scrubbed. It's almost like someone, and this is different than it was yesterday, even though ultimately it comes back down to the 9. They're not giving me any more than they did yesterday. But someone screwed something up because they obviously meant to just show 17. But I'm sure they'll fix it. And, it's, some people might look at this and be like, oh, you're taking a leap. You're just jumping you're jumping to conclusions. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm going to jump to conclusions. I'm going to fucking jump to conclusions from one fucking mountaintop to the next because that's all I have. Because that's what's there. Because that's what we have, big fucking mountaintops to jump from, one to the other. But at the end of the day, they're all connected by the same foundation. Those mountaintops. You come down to the base, and you have the same level of corruption. It's true. So, I'm going to post a lot of links in the description box that are going to go back to just a bunch of random things. Jeff Flake is nobody so important, is he? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about all this. Like seemingly Trump spin. It's funny. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I kind of feel like things have been shifting, Things have been shifting. Things have been changing. And I mentioned this before too. It's kind of like everything was running in a funnel, and it's spinning and spinning that funnel. At some point in time, it's all got to shoot out, and it's being crunched down. Sometimes I wish I was a better artist because I could draw these things out. They probably wouldn't make any more sense. But okay, so I posted some haikus earlier today. Gosh, people don't get sarcasm. Some people don't. I love the fact that when people do get the sarcasm, they really get it. And I just feel like, yes, my job here is done. But it's okay. When people don't get it, I don't feel like I need to explain all the time. I really don't. It'll keep my channel small, which is good. I'd rather have a smaller group that is cohesive. Not really, because there are some of you out there that are a little kind of like out there. And I really appreciate all you guys that have recently kind of joined on. This is just a rambling down bunny hole type thing that I'm sharing, because I really wanted to say happy birthday to Beth. I did. Sweet girl, I'm so glad you joined over on the channel. I have like a lack of, I have a smaller group of female subscribers, and I would love for that to grow. I really would. Non-psychopathic females, preferably, you know. I guess maybe if I stopped bashing people that had pink pussy hats, that might help my chances. But I'm not going to get along with people that wear a pink pussy hat. I'm just not. You know, feminists, traditional feminists are fine. You know, these third wave feminists that come in here, no, we're just not going to get along. So you're welcome to be here. I'm not going to say you're not, but I'm just saying to interact, it's probably not going to be very cohesive. But I'm glad, Beth, that you came. Not that I'm making this video just for you, but it did prompt me to make it. Plus, I wanted to do a rabbit hole. I wanted to like look into this. I have 2 really good resources for the uranium one that I'm going to post. And you know, a couple people did ask. Yes, I am following it. But, you know, it's frustrating because for as much information as we get, you know, and nothing happens, you know, all this, it's basically, does anyone else remember back before the election, someone made some bogus kind of comment out there and they said President Trump could, they said not before he was president, he could shoot somebody and he would get away with it. Something like this. I really feel like video footage could come out and show Hillary basically slitting someone's fucking throat, and nobody in the mainstream media would even address it, you know. Oh, I'm going to put this link too in for Tucker Carlson as he went through tonight and just did a, you can talk, look, I understand Fox is owned by the same bosses, and maybe his layer of filter is just a little bit different, maybe not completely different, maybe just a little bit different, but that he still has the same boss. But he put it out there, you know, so props to him. It's something, you know. So what does that mean? Isn't that interesting? Jesus Campos came into the country from Mexico 1 week to almost exactly to the hour after the shootings happened. Yeah. Link in the description box. Take a look at that. There's just so much going on. I feel like we're living in a day and age that is just like bonkers, you know. And people could say, oh, it's always been this way. You just never knew because you didn't have the internet. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. All right, on that note, I think this video has been long enough. I did want to go through and show you a little bit more on the WikiLeaks, but I think you get the point. I mean, I would do the same thing with Anna James. Anna James, by the way, if I didn't say it, is Chelsea Clinton. You know, that was one of her aliases. So yeah, that's when I would come down here, and I wish I would have saved these or done videos or something on it last year, because now it's like, yeah, I can say what it was. Is there really no Clinton emails with her? Really? There's now no, it wasn't in the DNC email archive either. It was in Clinton emails, and now there's none. So I don't know what happened to Julian. Something. And now it says, see, now it went up to 253. There's something. If anybody has any, you know, if you have an explanation for this, because you know, understand. Oh, Clinton emails, now it shows up here 10. If you have a understanding of this search engine and why it's doing this, please do share. Because otherwise I just definitely believe it's because, and now it's changed more to 100. Is there Clinton emails now? There's 10 still. Apply filter. What are you going to do? I'm waiting. I think Trump's setting things up. I know I keep saying I'm going to go and I keep rambling. 2:55. That means I've been talking for like 10 minutes. But I'll know, like, if I lose, like, 50 subscribers after this, I'll know that you just don't like me to ramble. It's just click off right now, because I'm just going to ramble for a second about nothing really important. And now I'm going to go. All right. Have a good night. Let me find this. Bye.